Let's catch up with the latest Spurs news and notes, the latest on David Jones-Garcia. Next season Spurs jersey got leaked and so much more. All right, here we go.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, welcome back to Locked On Spurs, today on the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs writer for Kansas 5 San Antonio. Glad to have you all back. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you are having a great work week. And as always, thank y'all for making Locked On Spurs your first and only spot for all things San Antonio Spurs. You guys really every dayers, keep subscribing. Keep coming here to Locked On Spurs. Speed of subscribing. You know where to go, right? YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, KenSpy Plus app. The list goes on and on. Give us a subscription ASAP. We'll definitely appreciate it. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get this with $150 in bonus bets. Win your first $5 bet wins. Make sure you do that right now. What are we talking about today? We're going to catch up some Spurs news. And believe it or not, yes, it is the doldrums of the NBA offseason, but there is a little bit of news that we're going to be covering today. The latest on David Jones-Garcia. Is he staying in the NBA, the Spurs, elsewhere? We're going to give you the latest report on that. The Spurs new jersey lineup for next season, 25-26, it got leaked. A lot of fans are liking them. You know, there's some fans that don't like one jersey in the, the wardrobe or the shelves at the locker room that the Spurs are going to be seeing those new jerseys hang up there. And then the latest on CP3, and then catch up some Spurs fan comments. And with the guests we're going to have, I can already imagine what fan comments I'm going to pick. Yeah, I think you know what we're talking about. But before we bring on Rudy Campos of Sweep the League, quick update on the future of David Jones-Garcia, the Summer League standout. He's going to remain a Spur and into the new season. That's right. Spurs fans rejoice. San Antonio Spurs 2025 Summer League standout David Jones-Garcia has reportedly inked a two-way deal with the Spurs, according to ESPN Sharania. Now, Jones-Garcia, he made quite the impression during his play at the California Classic and Summer League out in Las Vegas, even earned all Summer League first team honors at both tournaments, California and Vegas. Now, in the Vegas games, he averaged 21.6 points per game, 6.2 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.2 steals per game. What's even more important, that he connected on 53% shooting from the field and 53% from the three line. That's going to be key, I'll tell you in a bit. Now, he reportedly turned down an offer from Greek club Olympiacos to look to remain with the Spurs, chasing his NBA dreams, according to Euro Hoops. Quote, David Jones-Garcia turned down an offer from EuroLeague powerhouse Olympiacos to continue with the San Antonio Spurs, according to Euro Hoop sources. So he definitely had in mind that he was going to make it in the NBA, not at the G League level, more on that in a bit, not at the EuroLeague level, staying in the NBA. He did that, securing a reported deal, two-way deal, that is. Now, he opened eyes in his play, or with his play, on the court at the California Classic in the Summer League, right? We all saw that, right? His ability to get to the lane, score at will, get to the hoop, connect on shots, either 2 shots, 3 shots, mid-range shots, did long-range 2 shots. He had his game on full feature, and it showed that he earned himself a deal. Now, he went undrafted, but he seemingly could fit well with San Antonio, right? Switchable player, scoring's a premium in today's NBA. He fits that in, right? But the Spurs are loaded with guards, and we all know who that is, Fox, Castle, and now the rookie Harper. So playing time may be an issue for him. So the two-way deal, you can expect him to split time between San Antonio and Austin in the G League Austin Spurs team. And I predict that he's going to be looking heads above the rest at the G League level. And he's proven that. I think he's already surpassed the G League level, and he's ready to make the leap to the NBA. But again, the rotation right now seems to be working against him, which is a good problem to have when you're San Antonio, right? Hey, if you got another potent weapon like David Jones-Garcia, you use it and you figure it out. That's what the Spurs are going to do. So, look, it's not like he's not going to get any time on the court, right? He'll be at the Spurs 2025 training camp. He'll get his some run during preseason games, so Spurs fans will be able to see how he's going to fit in. But for me, the key for him is fitting in is that 3 shot. The Spurs don't have a 3 shooter at that position, guard. Fox, Castle, and Harper statistically, they don't light it up. And they're okay, but they're not great, or at least not even good. And this is where Jones-Garcia comes in. Now, I get it. It's Summer League. The defense isn't that, potent as an NBA stage, and he's going against, at least at the Summer League, players that are not at the NBA level quite yet. But nevertheless, if he can just parlay that, even if it's a 40 something, the 40% range, I think the Spurs will take it. So I think that's his key to getting into San Antonio minutes, is showing that he can be a floor spacer. And he definitely showed that in Summer League play. Now, he's not, green. He's played with the Sixers. He played with the Jazz G League team, Salt Lake City Stars, and last season with the Capitanes of the G League. So he has experience, but he was ready to make that leap, to go beyond the EuroLeague, beyond G League, and the NBA stage, and he proved that. During Summer League play, Coach Noyes, he said it himself. He goes, the best player in Summer League is David Jones-Garcia. David Jones-Garcia earned himself an NBA deal. David Jones-Garcia earned every cent of that NBA deal that he was, at that time, was going to get, and he's now going to get that with the Spurs. He even got a vote of confidence from Stefan Castle. During one of the games, the broadcast interviewed Castle on the sidelines, and he said, yeah, David Jones-Garcia is my guy. And so that's a big thumbs up from the budding star Castle. And also, too, good on the Spurs. They gave him a two-way deal. They don't lose him. It's a flexible deal. They didn't have to break the bank. And guess what? If he shows out, they can convert that into a standard NBA deal, which I suspect will happen at some point next season. But he's have to prove it. And how is he going to prove it? At least summer camp. Yeah, training camp. Yep. G League. And if there's a low management game for one of the guards, knock on wood, an injury where he has to come in, or even if it's just one of the guards or a player needs some time off and he gets those NBA minutes, he has to show that he's ready to make the leap. He has to force this coaching staff to really think twice about underutilizing him next season. And look, another guard, at least the summer league level, show that he can play. You figure it out. You just figure it out. And you don't lose a talent like Jones-Garcia. And look, he's still young. He's just in his 23 years old. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of upside for the Spurs, Jones-Garcia. Hopefully it works out. I think it will work out. And, yeah, good on the Spurs and Jones-Garcia. I know a lot of Spurs fans are happy. They're probably honking the horn downtown in Commerce right now. The Spurs didn't lose him. Spurs fans were so upset that they hadn't signed him yet. One Spurs fan saying, how come we haven't signed him at halftime of a game? That's how great he was playing. So it looks like those wishes have come true. For me, I can't wait to get a Jones-Garcia jersey. I think you know why, right? I'm just going to block out the ONES and put Jeff right there on the jersey. So we'll see. But other than that, yeah, good news for Jones-Garcia and the Spurs. And we'll see how it all fits together next season. All right, coming up next, we're going to bring in Rudy Campos of Sweep the League. We're going to discuss the elite Spurs jersey lineup for next season, CP3, fan comments, and with Rudy Campos, he says Wemby is not generational as of today. Fans don't like that. He's going to address those comments in just a few minutes.
Hey, but first I want to talk about FanDuel. Summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You already follow the action, right? So why not make it a little bit more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. Look, they got so many things to do on that app. They got new daily promotions, fun ways to bet, track your favorite matchups, easy to use, fast payouts. They got it all. They make the regular season feel like must-watch events. So whether you're placing a same-game parlay or just having fun on the app, FanDuel makes it feel like you are part of the action. If you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. We're back right here on Locked On Spurs, joined by Rudy Campos. He is Sweep the League. He's a big chief. He's the big man there. Make sure to follow him on X at Sweep the League. Do that right now. And we're going to continue our talk about some Spurs news. And now, before we continue, let's make this very clear. Neither the NBA or the Spurs have officially announced the new jersey lineup for 25-26 season. Keep that in mind. However, there is a NBA jersey tracker on X. I think his name is TC Vitelli, I believe. And 99.9% of the time, every time he puts out images of the upcoming jerseys, for all NBA teams, they're right on the money, and he did it again this year. So with that being said, here are the leaked look. Well, here's the first look at the jerseys for next season. Again, they were leaked by Casey Viatelli. You'll see the watermark on there. So, Rudy, here we go. Let's take a look at the jersey lineups. Look at that. So, you got the Association of Jersey, which is the standard white. So, that's standard there. You got the Icon jersey, which is the standard black. That's there. But you got quasi two new additions and one return. So, let's start off with the bad news. All right. So, the first thing, Rudy, the bad news is that all gray San Antonio jersey, the Jordan one. A lot of fans don't like it. They don't like it. They say it looks like a practice jersey. They say it's trash. It's garbage. I personally like it. I dig it. I think it's nice, sleek, elegant, simple, not too loud, not too, it's not the camo jersey again. I'm fine with it. What do you think about that new gray jersey?
Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and say I agree with the fans. I'm not a fan of the all gray jersey.
I like it. What am I missing here? What I mean, educate me. Am I not seeing something?
For me, it's too plain. If in other words, you have your home, you have your away jerseys. Obviously, the white is the home, the black jersey is the gray. Those are the two iconic ones right there. But when you just come out with an all gray, nothing, no color scheme other than gray and black lettering. It's supposed those last two jerseys are supposed to make statements, and it doesn't make a statement for me. It says,
ironically, that is the statement jersey. The gray one is the statement jersey.
Well, it didn't make a statement for me back in the day. When the Duncan era, and everybody called the Duncan era, the most boringest basketball of all time, which I don't believe that at all. But I will say this is the most boringest jersey of all time right here. I just can't get behind it, man.
I disagree.
Why not have, if you're going to do black lettering, why not have black trim? I mean, around it. Now, if you go black trim, then you might sell me. You might sell me on it.
I don't know. I like it. I know what they're trying to do, and you and I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do that black San Antonio ABA jersey look. That's my only gripe. I think if they're going to go that route, then go that route. And we see that before. If any criticism I have, and we'll get to the Fiesta jersey in a bit, is they still haven't brought out the old white ABA jersey. This would have been the perfect time to do it. The old white. Now, for those of y'all not old enough to remember, the Spurs were not all white. It was primarily white ABA jersey. Had the what was it, Rudy? It was like the spur was off center, right? Or the number was off center. Well, they both were off center, right?
I believe they were both off center, if I remember.
Yeah, and then it said Spurs across, kind of like the white, the Association of District jersey on your screen right now. But I'm okay. I'm not saying I'm like, oh my god, I'm in love with it. I'm gonna go buy it right now. But I think fans are gonna turn the ones that are against the gray one and realize that they're not bad once they put them on, and model them or put them on during the game. I think that's what's going to happen. Much like the Bill Millers or the hemisphere colors, some fans came around eventually and liked it.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I wasn't a huge fan of the Bill Miller one looking like. I don't know, man. If I'm going to be real, I would like a throwback to, the Chaparral days. That would be a cool throwback. Now, I know back in the day they had Dallas across it. Because that's the way they were on the Chaparral days. But I'm going to age myself here. I remember my dad always talking to me about the 74 jerseys that were red, and they had San Antonio. So we've never seen that, a red jersey with San Antonio and the white lettering. Guys, if you want to go back and look at it, the 73, 74, 75, somewhere around there, that's a jersey we have yet to see. And I would love to have that. That should replace the all gray jersey. We've done the all gray jersey already. But
have we? Like in this style? No, we haven't, with the San Antonio across there.
Well, not that style, but it's the color scheme. We've done the color scheme already. Why not go back to, something way back in the day? Like I said, that red jersey, we've never nobody's seen that unless you were, old farts like, me and Jeff, which I didn't even see that. This is pre me right here. I would say the red San Antonio jersey, back from the 70s, the early 70s. I would love to see that right there. I'm good with the Fiesta colors. I mean, I'm okay with that because that just screams that. But as far as the gray jersey, Jeff, it's just too boring. It's too plain. And I'm pretty sure fan comments are going to be coming at me for saying it's boring, and I apologize.
No, I think fan comments are going to be agree with you because majority of Spurs fans, majority, not all, but a good chunk of Spurs fans do not like the all gray.
I just failed to subscribe and hate YouTube because of this now, so I appreciate that.
No, I'm a fan of it. I think this looks cool. I like it. I'm okay with it. I like the simplicity of it. I like San Antonio, the name of the city is represented. And whatnot. All right. So, you can tell Rudy and I, we differ on the gray jersey, and much like Spurs fan base right now, they do differ. All right. Let's go into the winner, the chef's kiss, the Oscar winning jersey. And that is the return of the original. Yes, I say original because remember in the 90s, the Spurs never had a Fiesta colored jersey, but a few years ago, they finally meshed it and they brought it together, and it's back, everybody. The original Fiesta-themed City Edition jersey is back. Oh, my, look at that. I mean, that is just perfection right there, isn't it?
It's perfection. Yeah, I would say that as far as Fiesta colors go. I'm all for that, man. I loved it. It just brings back the old, what was it? It was the warm-ups, right? That had the Fiesta colors on them.
Yeah, only in the 90s, only the warm-ups had it, but the jersey.
Yeah, so it just screams that San Antonio is known for Fiesta. I mean, it's just a big old party for those that don't know. And these are the colors, and this was more iconic to, the San Antonio Spurs when David Robinson, Sean Neely, a lot of these guys had those Fiesta colors going down their warm-ups. And that's why I said I think fans love the Fiesta colors. I think this is a jersey that should be a staple on this right here. But yeah, I mean, I'm with fans on this. I agree with it. I'm glad this one's back. I loved this one, and I hope it stays around for a while. I don't even know, and I love the Keldon thing here, but I don't even know. Could they do that in a white mesh? You think it would fit?
I'm down. I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I think so. I would love to see a white jersey with this color scheme on it.
Oh, I mean, look at that. It's just awesome. That is just an awesome jersey. That's the way you're supposed to do it. And now the Spurs, man, that's nailing it. That's a home run right there. I think you're probably going to see this jersey fly off the shelves once it gets re-released. I mean, this is perfect. It captures, again, the name of the city. You got the black and the white, which is the Spurs' primary colors. And you're doing a nod to the throwback era of the 90s. And again, kids, they never had a Fiesta jersey until a few years ago when this jersey debuted. So keep that in mind. They never, ever, ever did.
So I'm going to test. I'm going to test a couple of people here. What's that? One thing, because you've got who's your most iconic star right now? Victor Wembanyama, right?
Right.
So back in 2006 and 2007, the Spurs did a European tour. If you're a true Spurs hardcore fan, you'll remember. The Spurs had the black jerseys, but on the right side and the left side, it was a red and white mesh and a blue and white mesh.
Yes.
They only used them on the European tour that they did.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that they should bring back, because maybe in the French colors because of Victor Wembanyama. So there's jerseys that they've done that I would love to see. And like I said, the red jersey back in the 70s, early 70s. And then, of course, the Euro jersey. That, man, those would be way bigger French chef kiss.
I'm gonna put this back here. I think the Euro jerseys, like take the black jersey. Yeah, they just had the color scheme on the ridge, right? That was it.
Yeah. So the Euro jersey, the black jersey, right next to the gray, where the gray runs down was white, and where the white runs down was red. On the opposite side, it was blue, and then, of course, the white in the middle. I mean, if I can find a picture, I'll send it to you so you can post it. But yeah, that was an iconic jersey, man. I loved it.
I don't know. I'm gonna put it back on screen here, man. I don't get it. I like the gray one. I think once they put it on, I think it's gonna change people's minds.
I don't know.
You know,
Man.
it's like getting new sneakers. It's like when you look at sneakers and they get released, you're like, I need to see them in hand first, and then I'll make a decision. I think that's where I'm at with this jersey.
I don't know because again, it's kind of like it looks like a JV jersey. I'm gonna say that it's.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fan comments saying that too. Yeah,
really, yeah. It looks like you're JV and you're not varsity quite yet. You can't get that extra color on there. You didn't sell enough. You didn't make enough car washes to get the extra trim on the side. Is what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, these like the statement edition jerseys, they don't get worn that often during the season. It's really heavy association, icon, and city edition. The statement edition, they get a handful, not a good bulk of the season. So for those fans that are hating on it, so you don't have to deal with it as much next season. But for me, I might get that gray jersey. I think years from now, Rudy, fans are going to be like, man, that gray jersey, they should bring it back. I think that's
good. So I don't think so. I don't think so.
I just feel the same thing as we saw with the hemisphere colors. Fans hated it. And then when they put it on, they warm up to it. Look, I sit on press row. I see fans come in and out, and there were a lot of fans repping that jersey, the T-shirt, that color scheme that everybody hated. And watch this upcoming season, Rudy. Bring back the hemisphere colors. Bring them back. What? That's
I would. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I liked it because it was different. That was fine, and I'm all for them bringing back hemisphere colors and all because it was different. But it's just like, okay, so in San Antonio, obviously it's 100 degrees 363 days out of the year.
Yeah.
And everybody sweats like crazy. I just think the gray, you're just going to see a lot of people walking around, AT&T Center with their Frost Bank or whatever it is. I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry. But, it's like you're walking around with, sweat stains and everything. And I'm like, no, gross. I can't. Gray's a color that I don't think anybody in San Antonio really should wear, including me, man. I mean, you start sweating, it starts popping up and color changes, and you don't want that.
Yeah, real fast with the return of the original Fiesta themed jersey. The court's going to reflect that look, so that's going to be nice too. The city edition court is going to look nice.
I hope so, man. Because what's the tournament? The in season tournament. Those courts are nasty.
They look like.
I take the gray jersey over those courts. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. All right. So as you can tell, Rudy and I, again, just like y'all, differ on the all gray jersey. So again, let us know what you think about the elite jerseys. Once again, the NBA or the Spurs have officially announced anything, but this NBA jersey tracker guy, he definitely is on the money when it comes to the new jersey lineups. So do you like the gray jerseys or not? Let Rudy know on X at Sweets the League. You let me know on X at Jeff G Spurs. So I'll do that right now. Hey, before we take a quick break, other Spurs news, or now I should say former Spurs news. CP3, Chris Paul. Yeah, he is now officially a past member of the team. He has signed on and returned to the Clippers. They probably will be Lob City all over again, that's for sure. But interesting enough, he did pretty much announce next season is his final season in the league. So he's going to go on a Clipper. Who's going to retire his jersey? Is it going to be the Hornets?
Oh, man. I would think probably the Hornets would be the first to do it. But I could see LA doing it, the Clippers. He had, most of his success was in LA, I think. So it's going to be both. I think both teams would retire it.
I think so too. So fortunately, at least for myself, I had the privilege of interviewing him, talking to him, getting to know him last season. He and I had a conversation about his potato chips business, seriously, in the locker room, where he was telling me about it and how it started. So, hey, Spurs fans, for one season, you had an impending, soon-to-be basketball Hall of Famer in Spurs colors.
Yeah,
so keep that in mind. So
it's
first ballot, So needless to say, when the Clippers come to San Antonio that first time, he's going to get a standing probably a lengthy, tribute video, not only just to say thank you, but to say farewell as well to him. So
they still boo Kawhi when they come back?
Yes, they did. Yes, they will.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Pop, when he pulled that stunt, just lit more fire under it. But
Thanks.
It's going to be interesting too because when he does come back for the thank you and tribute video and the farewell video, I wonder if he'll break down in tears. Because remember, Dirk broke down in tears for the Spurs tribute video.
Yeah,
just lost it. Dirk lost it. So I wonder if he will. I don't know. I think he'll do that more in New Orleans.
I think the New Orleans, if they do a tribute for him and this being his last season, I think the New Orleans one would be the one where he breaks down a lot because that's where he started, man. I mean,
that's where he started. Yeah. Hey, look, the Spurs and the Hornets back then, they had their battles, too. But that was young. Chris Paul, man, he was a terror on that court, man.
David West was a pest against the Spurs. I mean, golly, he was big time.
One of my most memorable moments of CP3, it was he was a Spur, or not even when he was talking to me about potato chips, was when I saw the lengths of how much he'll go to win a game, where he called out an opposing player for having the jersey untucked and got attacked for that, and that won the game for I think the Hornets at that time, or the Clippers. That was whoever TV was on. They got the
Thunder. It was the Thunder.
The Thunder. Thank you. So, yeah. But all right. So good luck to CP3, and we'll see him a couple times next season before he calls it a career in the NBA. All right. Coming up next, fan comments time. I wonder what we're going to talk about. Gee, Rudy, I wonder what we're going to be discussing right now. Just a few seconds. So let's see what the Locked On Spurs fans are talking about. We're back right here on Locked On Spurs, joined by the one, the only, Sweep the League's very own Rudy Campos. Make sure to follow him on X at Sweep the League. I thought you were a generational podcaster, though, Rudy. Where's that?
I'm a generational podcaster. I just don't want to keep reminding people that I am, so I got to kind of switch it up when I come on Locked On, especially now that my villain turn has gone completely Joker, and I'm loving it because like the Joker laughing at Batman, I'm laughing at everybody. So I mean, continue. I love it.
Well, we gotta get your redemption.
Nah, man.
By the way, speaking of heel turn, this is Cena's final run with the WWE. Is he gonna turn back, or is he gonna stay a heel? He's gonna exit.
I'm gonna say it looks like you're starting to see Cena turn babyface again. And then Cody Rhodes might be turning heel. So kind of look for that flip right there.
All right. Well, let's get into some Locked On Spurs fan comments. And no surprise here. I wonder what the next comment is going to be about. All right, Bree, as you know, we hinted about it. We talked about it. Yeah, right. Sean Elliott. Right. Exactly. No, it's your heel turn here on Locked On Spurs. If you're just under a rock, and I'm pretty sure you haven't, but just to recap, in a nutshell, Bree believes that as of this recording today, Wemby is not generational. And he's not saying he won't be or could be. He's just saying right now he's not. So keep that in mind, right? Yeah. So the last comment I'm going to read is from, just to spell it out, I don't think I can pronounce it. It's KDRW base tornado 17.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Rudy. Sure. Here we go. Quote, "Don't have this guy on anymore. Always talking bad about Wemby and get stuff wrong. Talking about a 19-year-old David Robinson in the league. Laugh emoji, laugh emoji. David went to the Navy for years. He gets things wrong with such confidence." So apparently you're wrong to bring up David Robinson and Wemby in the same breath. How do you react to your comment here?
Prove me wrong. I've been saying it. Prove me wrong. I'd love people to come at me and prove me wrong on it. Yeah, David Robinson was not 19 when he came into the league, but neither was Tim Duncan. And in that era of basketball, people went to college. We talked about that on Sweep the League. Your players went to college for 3 years, 4 years. You had very minimal guys, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant. These guys came into high school, but you had so many little guys coming in at 19 years old. This is a new era of basketball where you're coming one and done. You know, you're coming in, Euro guys are coming in at 19, 20 years old. So to say, well, Rudy's wrong because David Robinson wasn't 19. Well, yeah, for real. He wasn't 19. Everybody came out later on in college. They were in their 20s when they were starting to play NBA basketball. So it's a different era. And that's where I say, prove me wrong on that. I mean, you don't think a 19-year-old David Robinson with, the experience. And to get it wrong, the other part too, David played college ball. He played late in his career. He didn't pick up a basketball, like Wemby did at 5 years old, 6 years old. I mean, even Tim Duncan is a late bloomer as well. Yep. So that's the thing too, is that everybody tries to compare people and tries to come at people for saying certain things. I've made it very clear. I never said he's not generational, but I've also made it very clear is that I'm not going to judge any player until the end of their career. That's it. You can't put a generational tag on anybody, whether it's David Robinson, whether it's Victor Wembanyama, until the career is over. I mean, that's what I get at on that. But again, the age difference doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to me because Robinson's a late bloomer. He came in the league. He dominated. Again, go look at stats. I'm just saying on the stats part, you can make every case, which one fan on Locked On Spurs did, made a comment to where, hey, this is, if you take this and this, his stats are better than David. Okay, you coming at me like that? I agree with it. Okay, you prove me wrong. But fans that just leave comments on Locked On Network, Jeff, I mean, you can name call, you can gripe, you can moan, you can do all that stuff. But until you actually are the type of fan that comes in and says, this is why, and has a decent conversation, I'm just doing my Joker laugh in the background because, again, I don't have anything to go off of. If you're just coming at comments like that, what do I have to go off of?
I think we should play your intro music late because it's definitely your cooking people right now. You're cooking fans right now. Look at that. Yeah. That's Rudy's heel turn walk up music right there.
You've done podcasting with me for, I'm going to say probably, 7 years already. You and I have been back and forth on podcasts.
Yeah. I forgot already.
Yeah, I mean, because this was back 2018, I believe, is when we started doing podcasts, and I was on Locked On. So I've always been one to say, I never will ever talk bad about you. And this is for fans. I'll never talk down to you. I'll never say you don't know basketball. I'll never say anything negative to you. All I ask is that let's have a good conversation. That's all. I mean,
all right.
Jeff Garcia can tell me, Rudy, Matt Bonner is the greatest basketball player of all time. He's the GOAT. I'm going to say, well, why do you say that? Jeff said, you know what? I mean, look, dude, he can shoot the 3 ball. He can get to the basket. I just think he was held back. He didn't get a starting spot. Yada, yada. At the end of the day, I'm like, cool, because that's your GOAT. That's your player. That's your opinion. I ain't going to argue with you on that, man. Ever.
Good, Rudy. Just cooking right now. He's cooking. See how you get him fired up? Well, if you want to come at Rudy, not only can you do it on Locked On Spurs YouTube page, you can go to his YouTube show, Sweep the League. Just get
only nobody listens to it.
I saw that comment too. Yeah,
I'd love to prove that guy wrong.
You'd love to have him come on your live show and leave a comment there. Well, you can do that on YouTube at Sweep the League. Rudy, tell us about Sweep.
Yeah, so Sweep the League that nobody goes to because we have no viewers. Nobody goes, but we have a lot of viewers every show. You can go to YouTube, search Sweep the League TV, hit that subscribe button. You're not just hitting subscribe on YouTube for Sweep the League TV. You're getting a world of podcasts that's going to be released more at the end of August, and it's going to be transitioned into the October, November time. What does that mean? Well, Sweep the League Network has a bunch of shows already. We've already got people coming on left and right, former players, coaches. I mean, you're going to get a lot bigger network, not just in the sports world, but there's also entertainment world that's going to be coming. There's also going to be some one-on-one interviews, motivational. I mean, this network is just expanding. Shout out to the new network. It's called Dope Fresh Network. And that is something that we are a part of. Again, I make major announcements on Locked On Spurs. That's why you have to listen. So shout out to the Dope Fresh Network. That's going to be coming later on. And that is the huge, massive banner that everything's going to be under. So shout out to our executive producers, man. But yeah, be sure to go to Sweep the League TV, hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
Yeah, make sure to follow him on X at Sweep the League, because that's where you get all the links where you want to go to check out everything that Sweep the League has to offer. Rudy, thanks for coming on once again this week in Locked On Spurs, even though fans are saying, no, don't bring it back. But I ain't going to listen to it. You got an open door here. So
I mean, yeah. They don't want to hear me, then you don't have to. But y'all love Jeff so much, you're gonna listen to the show. Let's be real. You come back because you want to see what I say.
there you go. Look at that. Rudy, look at you. Hey, look at all that steam coming out of you. Like
I got no
look,
steam.
look like
man.
Majin Buu. And
I'm drinking lava right now. It's cold for me.
All right. Again, he is Rudy Campos. He is our next at Sweep the League. And again, we thank him for his time to come on here on Locked On Spurs. Thank y'all for making Locked On Spurs your first listen each and every single day. You guys are the every dayers. Keep subscribing it. YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Ken 5 Plus app. You know what to do. Do that right now. We'll be back tomorrow talking all things silver and black as the slow period of the offseason begins. Yeah, this is it. It's going to be quiet for at least another good 2.5 months-ish. So, but we'll try to keep it going here on Locked On Spurs. So for Rudy Heel turn Campos, I am Jeff Garcia. We're going to put a lock in this episode of Locked On Spurs.